The biggest disappointment is when you see posts such as people saying that raise your hands if you have successfully wasted one more year of your life and have not accomplished any goal or achieved your dreams. I think that's a major disappointment. 2024, just around the corner. This video is being made in the last month of the year 2023, December. And if you want to change your life, I think watch this video till the very end, because I genuinely believe this could not only orchestrate the ways about how you, in your all consciousness, approach your life, but also how you can conduct yourself professionally in your area of interest. First thing first is, if you want to become successful, you'll have to take responsibility of your life. Nobody has become successful until they realize that the buck stops on them, and only they can change their as well as their family members' life. You've got to take responsibility. The responsibility stops at you, on your shoulders. It lies on your shoulder. And only if you're serious about achieving, could be wealth, could be love, could be success, could be a monetary benefit, could be a personal goal or something you have been aspiring for over a long period of time, unless and until you take responsibility that I am responsible, write it down and keep repeating it. I am responsible, I am responsible. And read this every single day. The manifestation sometimes help you go places in life. So the first thing first, take responsibility of your life. Just to give you a bit of insight from where I'm coming from. So I was someone as a younger sibling. I was raised in the shadow of my elder siblings, my two brothers, and I never, took this responsibility of helping my family in kitchen work or in financial aspects, because I always thought that's something I'm not paid for, and nobody has talked about this or raised this issue to me, and I'm just living a very mediocre life. But only when I grew up, I realized that someday I'll have to be financially independent. Someday I'll have to find a job. Someday I'll have to get married. I'll have kids. I'll have a family of my own, and I'll have to take responsibility. So the moment you realize that you are all it takes for progressing in life, and that only happens when you start taking responsibility. Rest is, just the to-do list. The second thing is, stop victim blaming. When you start victim blaming, when you start pointing fingers at others, this is where you sort of like take a submissive step back, and as someone who is coward and doesn't have a courage to face the reality, you start pointing fingers at others that I am not who I should be because of him, her, or them, and that's pretty much a coward's approach. When you feed your subconscious mind with a victim blaming approach, automatically you're also sending signals to your subconscious mind that you're not responsible, and that itself negates the very first point. If you want to become successful in your life, that is not taking responsibility by just playing victim blaming and taking a coward's approach. Our mind is by default designed to keep us in a comfort zone, and that's the third point I want to talk about. So it doesn't like pain, it doesn't like challenges, it wants our body to, because the mind sends a signal to the body, it wants our core to stay content with what we have and do not challenge ourselves to go beyond mediocrity. And that essentially means that you stay in your comfort zone. If you want to become successful, you'll have to break the mental barriers. You'll have to understand that you'll have to build up courage to take unpopular decisions in your life if you want to achieve something, and you'll have to go out of that comfort zone you have been keeping yourself for a long period of time. The first and the foremost approach of taking a leap of faith, the trust part comes later, is to convince yourself that I want to achieve something, and your thoughts determine your actions. And if you start thinking big, start writing them down. I think it's very important for everybody to determine a goal, because without a destination, it's like you sitting in a car and roaming around in a city with no destination. So you're wasting your time, you're wasting your money, because car, it requires fuel, it requires gas. You need to set a goal for yourself in a year, and then you need to set aside different milestones in order to achieve to that goal, and it should be done on the basis of priority. So that important tasks need to be taken up first, then moving down to the less important task. This also highlights the fourth thing here is, don't waste your energies looking after minor tasks. 80-20 Pareto principle, one of the most important principles you could leverage in order to become successful in your life. 80% of your activities would probably result in 20% of your success, and only if you start spending your time in activities that are major, not minor. For example, you gotta go for a car wash, or you gotta get your house chores fixed. Why would you do those tasks yourself if you can spend time in equipping yourself with the right skill set, learning new things, and practicing new things? It automatically channelizes your brain towards a bigger task in order to accomplish and achieve your goals. So you'll have to focus on what is more important than the lesser important task or a minor task. Don't waste your energies going after minor tasks. Instead, you should be focusing on the tasks that move the money needle, that help you become successful in your personal and professional life. Focus on major tasks. And then the skill set. Nobody can become successful unless they equip themselves with the right skill set. So my advice here is, master one skill set. As a young lad growing up 20 years back, 2 decades back, I was more focused on feeding my subconscious with all sort of information that would help me do sales. And as I realized that sales is the most important task for you to make money, I resorted to internet-based mediums, and then I started exploring how I can sell products on the internet. I started selling affiliate products in late 90s. Then I started learning e-marketing, and then from lynda.com, which was later renamed as we commonly know, to digital marketing. And then I started learning how to sell on Google, how to sell on social media platforms, meta platforms, YouTube platforms, Twitter, LinkedIn. Master one skill, because that will help you leverage a lot of things. And when you master one skill, the next step you need to pay attention to is to become resourceful. You could have resources like abundance of wealth, health, money, love, whatever it is. But if you're not resourceful, you at some point you'll still fall short of an idea. So it's not the lack of or the abundance of resources that matter the most. It's you being resourceful that matters the most. So work on how you can become more resourceful. This will help you leverage a lot in the long term. within a compound effect. So factor these basic things in. Now you need to understand that for you to become successful, you'll have to focus on 3 C's. First C is, as Denzel Washington says in his famous motivational talk, without commitment you cannot start. But most importantly, without consistency you cannot finish. If you want to become successful in your life, you'll have to stay committed to your goal. The paths can change, the actions can change, but the goals never change. And the goal is something you write down at the beginning of your journey. 2024 is just around the corner, so take it as a beginning of your journey, and convince yourself that by the end of 2024, I'll achieve what my goal is, be it wealth, be it health, be it love, be it relationships, be it achieving your dreams, or whatever kind of goal you set yourself at. But be consistent enough. Rome was never built in one day. You'll face lots of ups and downs in the journey, but that should not stop you from moving forward. Instead, it should help you in, if you're smart enough, the lows and the failures. I repeat, if you are smart enough, the lows and the failures should be taken as learning, because once you assess the reason of your failure, only then you work on those shortcomings, and that helps you become a better person. That helps you move forward with your subconscious always telling you that last time you made this mistake, you should not repeat that mistake. So repeating the same mistake again and again, or for example, repeating the same action that has led you to be not able to achieve a desired result is insane. You cannot achieve your results or goals by repeating the same actions that have led you to fail in achieving your goals. So you have to be mindful of the fact that you need to change your actions, not the goals. And the only way you can change your actions is by changing your mind. And you cannot change your mind unless you change your body, because by changing your body, it brings in a physiological change and different biochemistry that triggers different signals to your mind. Motion changes emotions. So start investing on yourself. Make sure that you spend a bit time with yourself every single day. That is a time spent with yourself, on yourself as an investment. And think about what kind of mistakes you have made in a day and how you can improve your mistakes. Self-assessment, being cautious enough in all consciousness to assess the reason of your failure. Self-assessment would help you go places in life. And then the third C here is communication skill. Warren Buffett, one of the most profound investment bankers, one of the top richest persons, says that if there's one advice I would like to give to young people, that would be work on your oral and written communication skill. And he's got one of that certificate he received in 1960, which was about communication skill. He says that when his company, Berkshire, they write a letter to their investors and their partners, he writes the letter in the way that he's communicating to his younger sister in a very simple and effective way. Words, if chosen wisely, can create a home in someone's heart. And the words could create a wound that would never be healed. So communication skill is not a choice. It is mandatory for everybody, regardless of what they aspire for in their personal or professional life. It is mandatory for everybody to work on their communication skills, written as well as oral. In 2024, We've got a lot of AI based software that help us improve the tone of our content, improve grammatical mistakes, and help us, draft a content that is not only concise but also coherent. So, long forward, be master of one thing, work on your communication skill, consistency, and commitment, and create a goal and focus on that goal every single day. You'll make mistakes, but learn those mistakes as by assessing your mistakes. Learn from those mistakes and improve on yourself. 2024 could be all yours only if you become responsible enough and realize that the buck stops at you. Only if you become cautious enough to realize that you've got to make money to make ends meet. Only if you become strong enough mentally as well as physically to muster up the courage and face any storm that may come your way. Life is full of challenges, but we are as big as we challenge ourselves. But you know what matters the most? Never give up on yourselves. Happy 2024, folks.